Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to be looking at the Joker from the Dark Knight, and not only that, this is the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Gold Label Sonar Vision Joker. It looks kind of like a Force Ghost version of Joker, semi-transparent Joker, probably contender for one of the worst McFarlane figures this entire year as he's utterly pointless. Still, there's something kind of cool, a little bit charm about him. I got this guy from the McFarlane toy store. He was offered in a bundle with the other two Gold Label Dark Knight Trilogy figures, and I was really disappointed with how they offered those. So, let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see, the top, 22 moving parts, McFarlane Toys, Gold Label collection. A Gold Label figure simply means it's an exclusive to a certain retailer. This particular guy is exclusive to both San Diego Comic-Con and the McFarlane toy store. If anyone knows where else I can order them from, let me know. Ages 12 plus. DC Multiverse, the Joker, Sonar Vision. Here he is in the package. He has a display stand, a collector's card. This is basically Joker near the end of the Dark Knight film when Batman had his Sonar Vision, and he saw Joker, and he looked like this for all of, 1.5 seconds. One side of the package, the Joker, Sonar Vision from the Dark Knight. Other side, the Joker with Sonar Vision. At the bottom, a bunch of credits, and there's this barcode, if that helps anybody. And on the back side, here's the Joker posed up, kind of done in the Sonar style. So no further ado, let's open them up. And I did end up getting two of these figures, one of which to open and enjoy, and the other one to keep unopened in my complete, unopened Batman-related action figure collection. And I did get the entire bundle from the McFarlane toy store. I was very disappointed how they offered the figures. I had to get the bundle of 3, as I wanted to get a bunch of extra bank robber Joker figures. If anybody knows where I could possibly get one, drop me a line in the comments below. I actually ordered them from Amazon UK about 2 weeks ago, and they still haven't shipped, so I'm looking for an alternative place to get them from. Alright, now that this figure out of the package, here he is with all his accessories laid out. He doesn't come with any traditional accessories, simply a display stand and a collector's card. But before we take a look at those, let's talk about and check out the actual figure. So this is the Joker from the Dark Knight, played by Heath Ledger, but not only that, this is the variant as he would appear in Batman's Sonar Vision. At the end of the Dark Knight, Batman has some lenses that he could sort of see sonar rays. He kind of saw an outline of the Joker and the Joker's men, etc., etc., kind of like Detective Mode vision from the Arkham games. And they actually made a Joker figure as he appeared like that, which is a completely unnecessary variant. It's 100% reuse with the regular Joker figure, and it's nothing that I believe nobody was asking for. I can't imagine anybody actually wants this figure. I mean, I bought it, but I don't even want it. I'm a completist, so that's my problem. I can't imagine anyone who's not a completist is actually going to be going out and trying to get this figure, but maybe I'm wrong. I mean, there is a sort of certain visual appeal to him. He's kind of cast in a semi-transparent plastic, a little bit of blue, a little bit of purple, a little bit of white. I refer to him to myself as a Force Ghost Joker. So let's take a look. Starting with his face here, it just looks weird. The sort of white highlights all around him, the hair, white, blue, I don't know, purplish. And it's sort of semi-transparent in some pieces. I wouldn't mind seeing what would look with a strong light behind him. Visually, it's interesting. It's almost like Mr. Freeze froze this version of the Joker. I don't know. It's very odd. He has double-jointed elbows, double-jointed knees, and they didn't even take the time to cast it all properly. I mean, look at those knees. They are way off from the rest of the figure. It just, like, it's a bad figure. It's a bad idea, and they even did it bad. Come on. Chain looks kind of cool. Jacket, semi-transparent. It's cool, but pointless. And honestly, this figure's just bad. It's a dumb idea. It's a straight cash grab for McFarlane, and I know that's nothing unusual out of them or any of these other toy companies. I'm going to say it's contestant for one of the worst McFarlane DC Multiverse figures of the year. I'd say the Injustice 3-pack Half Yellow Batman is probably worse than this one, but not by much. Now, it's funny, I complain about how bad he is, but then here's D Hunter. Oh, that figure sucks. I'll take 2. And a closer look at his face and head sculpt. It's just weird looking. They did sort of achieve the goal as far as trying to make it look the way they wanted to. Just weird looking. And I want to give a huge shout out to my boy Albert for making me this Joker diorama. I met him through my YouTube and Instagram channels. Really appreciate it. It's one of the gems of my collection. Now, let's check out his accessories. Let's start with the boring stuff. Well, they're both boring. Here's the display stand, typical McFarlane stand, very thin, very basic. Then we have his collector's card. As you can see, it's an image of the Heath Ledger Joker, but it's sort of repainted or redone in the Sonar style. The Joker, Sonar Vision from the Dark Knight. On the back, there is a description. If you want to read that, pause now. And I was also curious, how would this guy react to a black light? Here he is, full light, no black light. And then, add the black light. It's actually a pretty cool and interesting effect. Wonder how it would look from behind him. Kind of see there. Definitely gives you all sort of a ghost vibe. I don't know. It's pretty cool though. And then in pretty much complete darkness. Kind of interesting. And I was curious, are there any differences between this Sonar Vision Joker and the regular version of the Joker besides the obvious paint or plastic version? There are absolutely no differences. 100% the same figure, same sculpt, same articulation. And if we wanted to keep it going, this Jokerized Joker also has the exact same sculpt and articulation. And if you wanted to keep it going, this Joker's Bank Robber Thug has about 85% the same parts as well. The only thing different is the soft goods overlay on his torso and the head. Now they've taken a pretty good look at both the figure and his lack of accessories. Now let's check out his height. From bottom to the top of his head, standing at about 7.1 or 7.2 inches tall, which can translate to about 18 centimeters. Now for his articulation. Starting with his head here. Of course, it can rotate from side to side. You can look up, not very much, down a little bit. Tilt his head from one side to the other. Shoulders on a ball joint. Goes up about 90 degrees. Up, down, around. He's got a bicep cut below that. Double jointed elbows. His wrist can rotate and it's going to be hinged as well. His torso, it's got the soft goods overlay. You can see it kind of squish it in there. Now there is articulation in there, but I'd say it's all pointless. It's really hard to get any of it to do anything or stick the way you want it to. It's got a ball joint in his waist, rotate around, forward and back. Legs, complete as a splits. Not a ball joint, McFarlane style hip joints. Rotation is non-existent. Legs go forward about that far. Back, not much. Double jointed knees below that. And then his ankle, forward and back. Rotate. Tilt rock, although I got some issues with that being stuck. And of course, toe articulation. Here's the Joker, holding a young woman, holding a knife up to her face, asking her, "Do you want to know how I got these scars?" So a lot of the stuff is in disarray right now, but here you have it. Here's a peek at my action figure city. Buildings upon buildings, an actual city setup. Here we have a couple of GCPD SWAT vans, just like in the film. They're transporting Harvey Dent, the alleged Batman, to jail. They're going to be going around the city, making their journey. But you know the Joker's not going to allow this. Just a little glimpse of what we got going on here. Like I said, a lot of stuff in disarray. So here we have it. 2 GCPD SWAT vans transporting Harvey Dent. They're proceeding through the city. Everything's calm so far. Out of nowhere, a dump truck comes and knocks out one of the SWAT vans. Now the SWAT van is being chased by both a dump truck and a semi-truck full of Joker henchmen. Batman comes and makes short work of the garbage truck with the tumbler. Now we have the SWAT van with Harvey Dent being chased by the Joker and the semi-truck with Batman and the tumbler behind. The Joker and his thugs are shooting all over the SWAT van, not making a lot of progress though. That's just not strong enough. Joker loads up his bazooka and decides to take out the SWAT van once and for all. Batman sees exactly what's happening. He hits the boost on the tumbler and absorbs the rocket. The tumbler's on the ground, destroyed. Batman ejects in the Batpod and self-destructs the tumbler. The Joker in that semi-truck still chasing after Harvey Dent. In comes Batman on the Batpod. He's planning to take down the Joker, even after everything. He uses his cable, completely flips the Joker semi-upside down. The Joker is standing in the street, shooting at innocent people, begging Batman to run him down. Batman's going full speed on the Batpod, heading straight for the Joker, but of course, he has a no-kill rule. He's not going to kill him. Batman moves out of the way at the last second, hits the Batpod, and then is knocked onto the ground unconscious. Joker comes up to him with his knife, but he's stopped by Commissioner Gordon in his SWAT attire. Turns out he's alive the entire time. Here's this new Joker figure on the top shelf of my Joker base. My Joker armor is so big they get an entire bookshelf. And a closer look at Joker in front of his desk. Here's Joker in front of this Joker diorama I have. Big shout out to my boy Albert for making this for me. It is awesome. And here's Joker on stage, surrounded by some of his Joker horrors. Here's the Joker with a few Rottweilers, just like at the end of the film, about to take on Batman. At that scene, Batman has to use his Sonar vision and find the Joker. Now let's check him out next to some other action figures, starting off with some other McFarlane Dark Knight Trilogy figures. Here he is with the rest of his wave. These are all Dark Knight Trilogy Gold Label San Diego Comic-Con exclusive figures. We have Joker as a bank robber thug, Joker in Sonar vision, and then Bane with his coat on. Then, next to the regular Dark Knight Trilogy wave, collective build Bane from The Dark Knight Rises. And here he is, next to the Target exclusive Jokerized Dark Knight Trilogy figures. So far, they put out Batman and the Joker, but they're going to be completing the entire wave, so we will be getting a Jokerized Two-Face, Scarecrow, and Bane. In addition to all that, there are rumors of some more Dark Knight Trilogy figures. I believe there's going to be a New York Comic Con exclusive Interrogation Room Joker versus Batman with a little mini diorama. Hope that's true. And there have also been rumors of the jail cell Joker being sold by himself. Here's a Sonar Vision Joker next to a Detective Mode Batman from DC Direct, Arkham City. This is how Batman would appear if he was looking at himself in Detective Mode. Kind of like how the Joker appears as Batman's looking at him through Sonar Vision. And here he is, next to Mattel Movie Masters Sonar Vision Batman they made many years ago. This is basically a regular Batman with all white eyes. That's how he looked when he had his sonar lenses or vision activated. Now I keep saying it's a dumb figure and an unnecessary variant, and I stand by that statement, but is it the worst McFarlane figure of this year? There have been some stinkers out there. I would say the contestants would be this half-yellow graffiti Batman from Injustice, this goofy head sculpt Rebirth Superman, the Sonar Joker. Then we have the Jokerized Batman from The Dark Knight. Just looks weird and off. Then we have Aquaman with that horrible face sculpt with a giant open mouth. I nickname him Dick Sucking Aquaman. And then we have Aqualad. Looks like a drag queen. Bunch of stinkers here. But I'll tell you, this one takes the cake. And I don't mean the Sonar Joker, but the Injustice Batman with the yellow shading on the side. It's so dumb and unnecessary. There have been some bad figures in the past. Some of those Platinum Chase things are just stupid. But my god, that Batman with the yellow on the side is the worst McFarlane figure this year. Joker might have had a chance, but the blacklight thing was pretty cool. Now let's check him out. Next to some other recently released McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. Here he is, next to the Batman and Spawn 2-pack. And here he is, next to the Abyss. The Abyss is the only figure I have from McFarlane's Collector Edition wave so far. He's a brand new Bat villain. Now each one of those figures, Superman, Alan Scott, Green Lantern, and the Abyss, all have a Platinum Chase variant out there. If anybody gets one and is willing to part with theirs, drop me a line in the comments below. I'm sure we've worked something out. Then, with some more San Diego Comic-Con exclusive figures, we have the Page Punchers Sketch Mr. Freeze, the 85th Anniversary Superman, the 30th Anniversary Nightfall Batman, and the Alan Scott Dread Lantern. And now, with the Blue Beetle movie figures, we've got Blue Beetle, Carapace, and Battle Mode Blue Beetle. Here's the Joker, next to some recent McFarlane Toy Store exclusive figures. We have Superman in his Unchained Armor, the Patina variant, Catman, Dick Grayson Robin, and Kyle Rayner Blue Lantern. Next, let's check him out with some recent Target exclusive Gold Label figures. Here he is with the Target exclusive Superman vs. Doomsday 2-pack. And here he is with some Target exclusive Jokerized stuff. Then, next to some more Target exclusive figures, we have the Ted Cord Blue Beetle, Sinestro Cord Batman, Flash War Impulse, and Deadman. And now, next to the Target exclusive Flashpoint Wave, Aquaman, Project Superman, and Flash. And here's Joker, next to the Injustice 2 3-pack, Batman, Supergirl, and Dr. Fate. And here he is, next to some Walmart exclusive Gold Label figures. We have the Vampire, Joker, Batman and Superman, and then Captain Atom, Beast Boy, and Eradicator. Then, next to the Goofy Head Sculpt Rebirth Superman vs. Ultraman 2-pack. And now, next to this recent Batman wave, we have the Nightfall Batman, Batman Incorporated Batwing, and the Batman Reborn Two Faces Batman. Here's Joker, next to the Big Bad Toy Store exclusive Black and White Accent Superman and Flash. Then, next to the fifth wave of Page Punchers, this is a Batman-themed wave fighting the Frozen. We have Batman, Robin, Batgirl, and Mr. Freeze. There's a Platinum Chase version of Batgirl out there, and I'm on the hunt for her. And finally, next to the most recent Build-A-Figure wave, this is the Titans wave, Collected Build Beast Boy. Now let's check him out, next to some action figures from different various companies, so we can see how he fits in, both scale and style-wise, in case you don't know which lines you can mix him with. Since he's a McFarlane toy, they're typically the 7-inch scale. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of the larger action figure lines I collect, and work way smaller. And I'm going to include as many Joker figures as I can during these comparisons. Here he is, next to some other McFarlane DC Multiverse Joker figures. Then, with even more McFarlane Joker figures. And now, with some Jack-specific wrestling figures. And here he is, next to a windshield wiper. And here he is, next to some DST or Devon Select toys. Then, with some DC Direct and DC Collectibles Joker figures. Then, with some Mattel wrestling figures. And now, with some Jazzwares AEW wrestlers. And here he is, next to some Mezco 112 collected figures. Then, with some Mattel DC Universe Classics and Multiverse Joker figures. And here he is, with some Mafex Joker figures. Then, with some Hasbro Marvel Legends. And here he is, with some SH Figure Arts Joker figures. And finally, next to some Jazzwares Fortnite figures. So overall, it's a really dumb figure. It's a completely unnecessary paint variant. The original figure is very nice, sculpt is excellent. Paint job with this one, just kind of weird. Semi-transparent, blue, white, purple. I swear, it just makes me think of a Force Ghost version of Joker, and that's not a good thing. His articulation is everything you'd expect from a modern McFarlane DC Multiverse figure. That being said, I'm going to give this guy 5 out of 10. Kind of a dumb figure. The only saving grace he has is it was pretty cool under the black light. Still, that's not enough to save this figure. It's a complete easy pass for most people, and McFarlane really did people dirty in the US, forcing you to buy the entire bundle to get some of the figures you might want from this wave. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say with the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.